Hey guys, welcome back to the 31 Days of Halloween. Today is day 3, and today I watched The Furies. It actually was just released today on Shudder as part of their Halloween offerings. If you don't already have Shudder, you should definitely get it, especially if you're a horror fan. It's only like $4.99 a month, and they have a ton of things on there. But I wouldn't recommend watching this movie. The premise is that there are these two girls that are kind of arguing. They're friends, and then they get kidnapped, and they are like surgically put these cameras in their eyes, and then they wake up in this forest, and there are these killers hunting them down. And they wake up kind of apart, and they have to try and the one girl has to find her friend, and they end up finding out that each killer is supposed to protect one girl, and when one of the girls dies, the killer that's supposed to protect her dies as well. So there's kind of some infighting between the girls. They're trying to protect each other, and then there's some conflict. And the lead actress, Kayla, she has epilepsy, and so every once in a while she has these weird seizures. And during her seizures, she can somehow having this seizure allows her to see what the killers are seeing, because this is all being recorded and watched by some business guy in some room. And that's one of my main criticisms with the film, is that there is no resolution to that. You're never told, like, what is this for? What's going on? There's and that's not always a problem with a film, but in something like this where it's hinted at so much, it's like, what? Like, the really only redeeming qualities that this film has is that the special effects are really good. Like, some of the kills are really cool looking, and the killers are really, really badass looking. I mean, some of them look goofy, like the masks look cool, and that's the other problem with the film, is that we're not told anything about the killers. Are they willing participants? Are they, we have no idea. Are they surgically modified? Because they all look really strange. They all have, like, their masks are completely impractical. And one of the killers has, like, this was going to sound pretty badass, but it's actually not when you see it in practice. He's kind of like Ed Gein, and that he's got this other person's face, and he's got, like, a body strapped to the back of him, and he's got, like, legs that are tied to his legs, and so when he's walking, you see his feet, like, flopping around. I guess when you say flopping around, it doesn't sound cool, but it's really strange. Like, the designs are cool, but when you just have no idea why, and they never reveal why. And the music is really bad, and you hear that right away. Right away, you hear the music, and it's I don't even know how to describe the music. It's like copyright free music. Like, they just pulled something off the internet and we're like, oh, this will fit. Like, weird action music in some scenes, and it's really strange. As soon as the movie started, I picked up on that, and I was like, what is going on? And the color palette of this movie is also a problem for me. It's like if you took the color palette of Dirt and were like, okay, and only use those colors. Like, there's very little color in the whole film. It's a little bit reminiscent of, like, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Yeah, about on that level. Like, everything is very drab. The lead actress has basically one emotion, and that's, like, concerned. Like, she doesn't really change ever at all. She's always got this same kind of, like, look on her face, like distressed look, and that's really the only emotion you get out of her, other than, like, when she's crying or something, and that's it. The reveal at the end isn't really like a reveal. The only thing I dislike more than reviewing a bad movie is watching a bad movie, and this is very bad. And, like, on top of everything that I've mentioned, there's, like, this weird kind of, like, woke kind of feminist message that's all wrapped into it that even makes it, like, worse somehow. it's just really, I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. Like I don't know who I would, because it's not even entertaining just to watch. Like, the kills are good, but it's not like a fun, like sometimes when you watch a slasher film, you watch it because it's just like fun, it's just mindless, chaos and stuff. And this film doesn't even have that. It's just kind of like cruel, and I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I wouldn't. I mean, on my scale, when I was first thought about what I would rate this movie, I was thinking like 2 out of 5. But like the more I talk about it and the more I think about it, it's more like a 1.5, 1. So I guess I'll stick with 1.5 out of 5. I wouldn't even watch this on a rainy day. I wouldn't even recommend this to my worst enemy. So that was the Furies. Man. Anyway, if you guys want to see the rest of my reviews for the rest of the month, subscribe, like the video, and hopefully I see a better movie tomorrow.